We're back with a very hot etiquette debate for you. So a woman wrote to the Skim saying that there's always someone having a conversation with their phone on speaker in the cafe that they work from, and she's wondering, is there a polite way to ask them to use headphones instead? Okay,
Oh
Jess,
God.
would this bother you, and if so, how would you handle it?
Oh my God, it doesn't only bother me, I'm in awe of it. Like to have the audacity to do that, it's just not within my ability, like in a shared public space. So whenever it does happen, I'm just like, oh my God, you're doing, and I haven't done this, but here's my solution. Not asking them to use headphones, but to carry around extra headphones. You know, you get them on an airplane, they're really cheap. You can get them from a dollar store, and to be just very polite. So you're listening to music in a cafe, in a public shared space, and I would just be like, excuse me, oh, did you forget yours? I have a pair if you want them. And just be really friendly, non-confrontational. No, you can have them.
Okay.
No, you can have them.
You're better than me, Jess. One of my things is I'm non-confrontational. So, but one thing I am really good at.
You don't have to be.
One
thing. You're gonna turn that.
I can't just intimidate everybody walking around, Andrea. But one of the things that I'm really good at is nonverbal communication. I will give you the look. I will give you the double look. I'll give you a little cough. You know, and
Can you do it to that camera?
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's good to do this after COVID and everything, but
Yeah, we're doing it.
You gotta find a way to kind of send the message. It's tough when the person doesn't know how to take hints. That's a hard situation, but also it also depends on what I'm doing. I'll take on a lot of things and I'll probably just allow it to happen. But if I'm in a library, if I'm in a place where if I'm supposed to be quiet and we're supposed to all focus on a particular thing, and you're actually disturbing me, now your freedom is interfering with my freedom. So now I'd probably say something.
You know what? For the first time on this show, we're gonna agree. And I'm gonna agree with you because I think there are certain public spaces that it is obvious. Like I was a page in a library, that was my first job. A library is a place where you are to be quiet. So everybody understands that. But if I am in a coffee shop and you've decided that you want to turn the local coffee shop into your personal office, I'm sorry, my friend. As much as I'm not a fan of the FaceTime loud conversations, you're in a public space, which means whether it's 4 teenagers who are talking at the loudest decibel possible, or someone talking to their family back home and they're screaming like the phone doesn't have a speaker, it's the public, and if you don't like it and you're working and you've chosen to work, because it's not like you're just there to have a coffee.
But
it's not your personal space.
We talked about the erosion of sort of civil discourse, of societal grace and niceties, and you spoke very eloquently about that. Don't you see this as part of that problem?
No, because it's a public space, and you know what? I live in a big city, and there's certain things I just have to accept, that it's gonna be loud, people are gonna sit next to me, too close to me, they're gonna stand too close to me, and if I'm in a public space, I cannot turn this coffee shop that is a public domain into my personal office and expect everybody to be at a level that I want them to be at. If I don't like it, I gotta find my own private space and go to a library.
So I guess the question is how to say it. So we ride the GO train in, and if anybody rides the GO train in Ontario, the upper level is the quiet zone. This is a public service announcement. If you didn't know, the top level is the quiet zone.
Yeah.
You want to have a call, go downstairs. And I, as a firstborn girl, take it upon myself to be the world's police. And therefore, if I'm on the quiet zone up here and you are loudly talking, I will happily enforce the rule. Now, how do I say it? That's the etiquette, which is, I know your call's really important, but it's the quiet zone. Would you mind moving your call downstairs?
That's nice.
Very tactical. I need to take some notes on that, no?
If you're in the quiet zone, I totally agree. But if you're not in the quiet zone, then what?
Maybe I'll move myself
Society's
first.
just gonna fall apart because everyone can do everything they want at any given time in any public space.
Have you been there? Have you walked the streets of the city? People are doing whatever they want.
Niceties, social niceties.
What if you're talking in a loud voice and talking to the person that's next to you and really having a conversation with the person that's next to you?
I come from a culture where people don't know they're being loud. Their loud is normal to them. It's loud to everybody else. Your loud is not my loud.
But I bet it's something you wouldn't do.
My dad whispered like this, yes, listen, I have a secret to tell you. And I'd be like, that's not a whisper,
and
sir.
we could do that in a coffee shop. That would be beautiful. But I guarantee you, you're not the type of person.
I get up and leave.
I'd say, hey, Jess, I wish people were a little quieter on this place, right?
And then I'd be like this, can you believe this football player in the front audience trying to get me to be quiet?
And then they have the audacity to say it on the phone. Can you believe that, Jess?
Listen, I hope you make time to come back and visit us. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it here. I love it here.
That was fun.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.